Inter Milan 0, Liverpool 1.
What's that? It's a bit boring.
Was it a pen?
Well, let me ask you this: is it a foul?
I guess so, yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
So we'll go
Okay,
with
alright,
pen then,
Yeah. What do you think about
the game itself? Was pretty boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
But give me as many boring 1-0 wins, clean sheets as you can, please, Liverpool. Brighton coming up at the weekend, we'll talk about that. But the game itself, we should have been 1-0 up in the first half.
Yeah, I don't understand why it was ruled out, honestly.
Bro, I was so angry when he ruled that out.
I was just like...
Both play. I mean, Van Dijk's got his eyes closed, as you do when you go to head the ball, and he's headed it into Ekitike, and it's kind of gone up, and Konate's flicked it in. That goal stands in the Prem.
Yeah, it does.
And Alan Shearer made a good point on commentary. It's like, when you're trying to do these really intricate, decisions on handball, it just should be very simple. Was it deliberate, or was it not deliberate?
Yeah,
and it wasn't deliberate. So give the goal. Anyway, second half comes around. We have to obviously deal with a little bit of pressure, as you'd expect. They haven't lost at home for 3 years in the Champions League, Milan. They're second in their league. And we get the goal. Dominic Szoboszlai saves Liverpool once again. How many times have I said that
good
this
penalty.
season? Do you know what? His pens, if you look at all of his pens, they're identical.
Yeah.
But he just really can't save them.
Yeah.
He does that kind of reverse whip in the left with his right, and just he's never missed a pen for Liverpool. So big him up, man. Dominic Szoboszlai.
Comments obviously made since we saw you on Monday, about the Salah situation. Steven Gerrard coming out
Yeah,
and
yeah.
talking about it. Any
Do you know what? I
change
agree with
for
what TT Henry has said. I agree with what Stevie G has said. There's a couple that I don't agree with, but they're not really from a Liverpool persuasion. I think the way Rio looked at it was like the big player in the change room bravado thing, where try and look at it from a fan's perspective. Like, obviously we don't appreciate what Mo has done, but what I did like what Arne Slot said is, look, there's always a possibility to return.
Yeah.
You just got to, come with your tail between your legs a little bit. And I know he won't apologise because his ego is here, and that's why he got to where he is, because of his ego. It's a great thing, but I think when you do that, you have to apologise. And I think all these people that are defending Mo Salah, it isn't Mo Salah FC, by the way, people. It's Liverpool FC. Man. And I like your takes on it as well. You've been good. You've been good on it. You've been good on it. And I just think if you are a fan, you will be on the club side. And player power
first.
is not a thing in this.
Obviously, he had kind of said that he had stated that my family are coming to the Brighton game, blah, blah. He's insinuating that could have been his last game. At this point, obviously now everyone's back from the Champions League games. Unless he has a meeting with the owners,
should be
is there
today.
anything set up? Do you know if there's anything set up?
I don't know if there is, but I like Clarence Seedorf. He kind of said to Arne Slot, like, look, this gets resolved by 3 of you. And Gerrard said when Suarez did it to him, he sat down with Suarez and Brendan Rodgers. Yeah. Drop all the egos. Think of the greater good. There's still time to get something from this season. We're not in April. Yeah. Still time to do something. So sit down, Arne Slot, Virgil and Mo, and talk it out.
But if he doesn't, because obviously
if he doesn't want to do
this
that,
isn't just about Arne Slot. This is obviously the bigger thing about the club. This is about the institution. This is about the ownership that he's also called out. So it will be a Richard Hughes situation and all of it.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't apologise, and if there isn't a resolution by the Brighton game, how can we expect to even see him in the squad, let alone be playing?
I don't think he will be in the squad, Abby. I think if this does get resolved, it's probably after AFCON now.
The thing is,
unless they speak literally today, like his press conference is 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, they need to. I mean, you mentioned Richard Hughes. Arne Slot was saying, they're asking him, what do you think of the quotes? He's like, well, I need to understand what he meant by them. No one wants me. Someone doesn't want me in the club. What do you mean by that, Mo?
Who doesn't?
There needs to be a chat.
Yeah.
To get all this
if
sorted.
the hierarchy want him to leave the club anyway, there's no point having.
That's his words.
Yeah, but if that's the case, there's no point having the chat because he's going to AFCON. He won't play against Brighton.
No.
So then by the time he's gonna go whilst he's at AFCON. He's going to do a deal there, and then they won't come back.
If he doesn't play against Brighton, which I find it very difficult to believe he would even be involved in the matchday squad at this point, unless there's an apology between now and Saturday. I can't see him playing again for Liverpool.
No, and
that has to be a concern for you as well.
I think this can be fixed. I agree with you. Like, if he's not in the squad for the Inter game, which I don't think he should have been, how dare you come out and say that and then expect to be starting the next day? No way.
But that's what I mean. How could he be in the squad for Brighton?
I think it's still fixable.
He won't be.
I think it's still.
I don't think they might not want to fix it. That's what we need to bear in mind.
Maybe there's that as well.
They might look at it and be like, look, at the end of the day, this guy's on 400k a week. You know, I don't know, AGT highest contract probably in Liverpool history. Do you know what I mean? You're 35.
33.
Sorry, 33. Whatever, similar thing.
Wow.
You're 33.
I'm 31, so.
Well, you're you in it.
You're still uncle, but.
Yeah, uncle size.
And you know what Liverpool are like on the wages as well.
Yeah. You're 33. We've given you this massive contract.
You've thrown it back in the face.
You've basically thrown it back on our face. It wouldn't be for Liverpool. Well, the owners. It wouldn't be like.
Let's try and save the Salah.
It's in their best interest, basically, to say, okay, then you can go because then we've got these wages free and we can reinvest.
But not for free, mate. You're still got 18 months there. I heard their side was chatting about mutual termination. Nah, mate. If you want to leave,
Saudi will pay market rate, but they're not going to pay 80, 90 million for this guy.
We'll do 70.
He's not worth 70.
Well, his wages are very high, so they might not want to pay.
Nah.
Yeah, but they might not want to pay. They might not want to pay 90 million and then say, "Oh yeah, we're going to pay you."
They might give you. They might give you something like 50, 60 million, and then they're going to go and put him on 500 grand a week.
That's
a great price. You're not getting that anywhere else.
That's a good price.
If that's what we're doing here, I'd rather keep him.
You need a centre back.
Yeah, but you ain't paying him 400k a week.
No.
And for these performances, before he was dropped, he's not worth 400k a week.
Nah.
Anyway, let's see how that one ends because at this stage, unless there's an intervention. What did he say?
I said he looks like Brennan Johnson.
Wow.
I said that's rude.
Do you know what? He's probably still got more goals and assists than Brennan Johnson this season. He's got like 5 and 15.
Probably true. Brennan actually hasn't played.
Still not that bad. Carrot is a disgrace for Salah's Chelsea comment. I actually thought the Egypt thing, I know we spoke about this as well. I don't like the fact that he said he's a Chelsea failure because he still did go away and almost energized himself at Roma, which is why Liverpool spent that.
But
he scored 19 in a season for Roma.
But that was his point. Like, his point is that you weren't a big player before. You weren't a big name before you came to Liverpool.
He skips out the Roma bit and the Fiorentina
But even at Roma,
you
still you're talking like at Roma you was a Cristiano like name wise.
20 odd goals for Roma.
No, I'm not saying like what he did at Roma was bad or anything. It was great. But he's saying that you're basically saying I'm this big name. I have to play every game. Like, the reality is Liverpool still kind of brought you in a level of some level of obscurity. Like, not everyone knew about you. You was doing well, but maybe
I just think it's such a ridiculous thing to say. Like, I agree with a lot of what he said, but I also disagree. Like, you could say the same about Kevin De Bruyne. Well, Kevin De Bruyne was a Chelsea reject, but he went to City. Like, and was amazing. And he didn't win anything with Belgium. Like, what does that have the price?
I guess his point is that the players that like De Bruyne didn't go to the media and call out the manager. But I do think the Egypt comment is cheeky because he was saying not so long ago AFCON's not a major.
Exactly.
And now suddenly he's putting AFCON on a pedestal. And if he actually went into what Egyptian football is like gone through, he'd realise Salah's actually contributed a lot.
100%. I think
qualify for the World Cup, you know what I mean?
Szoboszlai saves Liverpool again. But remember, AGT, even though Szoboszlai scored the penalty, in reality, the penalty scored Szoboszlai. Hashtag the kingdom where's the king.
Do you know what? Me and Matisse were cracking up about that the other day, weren't we?
Why you don't get it?
No, we got it, but you just said it wrong.
You're just so...
Yeah, that was wild.
We said there's no king without the kingdom. That's what you were trying to say. Yeah. But you were saying the king. You said the kingdom. Where's the king?
Yeah.
Do you not get that?
Yeah, we get it, but
it's not palatable for the
thank
people.
you. Yeah.
It's not palatable.
There's no king without kingdom. No, it just, babe, it didn't make sense. Just, it's okay.
It makes sense, and I'm gonna say it.
You can say it, but it was like a Pinterest quote.
Don't
like,
don't say it again. Don't say it again.
Don't like just rephrase it.
Bro, I don't know. Let me have a think.
Yeah, snakes. What was Liverpool doing before Salah? Says Adara Testimony 9151.
Yeah, that was the rebuttal from someone. Liverpool
but let's not act like Liverpool weren't still a big club.
But they weren't winning league titles.
I know, but you're making it out like Mo Salah just came in and started Liverpool's history. Like,
what about Alisson? What about Van Dijk? Wijnaldum, Henderson?
Exactly.
No one's discrediting Mo Salah at all. He's a Liverpool legend, undeniably. But let's not pretend that Liverpool's not a long-standing club. It's been around for about 200 years.
In Salah's defence, he'll say, "Where was that context lacking for my Chelsea career, my Roma disrespect, and my Egyptian career? Where was the context of who I was playing with, the manager?" All of these things matter, both sides.
But that's a Carragher thing.
Yeah, that is a Carragher thing. That's where it comes from. If Salah wanted to say, "Hey, hold on a second, you man didn't win a Prem before I was here," he could easily drop that line. No one can really argue.
But the thing is, when it comes to Liverpool, it doesn't really make much sense because they've won so much in the past. Plus, also they had a team that had Mane, they had a team that had Firmino, they had
and it wasn't just Salah that failed at Egypt.
No, I'm not saying that.
Where was your boy Mohamed El Neni?
Wait,
Exactly.
Where was he?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't talk about don't speak about King
a
Mo.
long
mate.
time.
No,
Show
don't
show
do
some
that.
respect
Don't do that.
for
Don't do
Uncle
that.
Mo.
30 is a
Yeah,
long time.
That's a
show
character
some
issue.
respect.
That's
Yeah.
that's
About
the
Omar
thing
Nabi.
too.
That's a
Who
whole
is he?
But
generation.
listen,
Uncle
there's
Mo's
no,
holding
like we
down
said,
midfield.
there's no kingdom.
Kingdom, where's the kingdom?
There's no kingdom.